conclusion then was this 4.5 kilometre walk worth doing? Absolutely. Really nice winter walk, or just a stroll with the dog or with the family, the grandkids. Yeah, really nice. Took us about an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half. The pay and display is £2 for 2 hours, or £3.50 all day if your intention is to, you know, stop and have a picnic and what have you. Toilets are really good. Maintenance is good. The underfoot is good. There's no mud. It's excellent. There's a couple of pubs quite nearby. You can stop in and have lunch. Or there's a garden centre that will do the usual sort of cafeteria type food. So from the top car park, Linacre Woods, this is the quite interesting and well made board. There's a bit of a footpath, goes down, back onto the road, and what we're heading for is the lower reservoir dam wall. So we'll see what happens when we get down there. There's 2 or 3 car parks, so it shouldn't really be a problem parking, and I think the underfoot looks like it's going to be okay. Chesterfield and its famous crooked spire. And just heading down this road to the lower car park. There's some toilets down here as well, I think they're just to the left. Come down the tarmac, got to the toilets and the ranger station, and we just dropped down to the lower reservoir. I'm going to cross over here now to the other side, and then turn right and follow the reservoir along there. This lower reservoir is the original one, built in the late 1800s. Supplied water to Chesterfield, untreated, unfiltered. And there was a saying, it said the poor used the water for drinking, the middle class used it for washing their clothes, and the rich upper class used it for watering their garden. And that can probably apply today with a lot of things. Okay. So when you've crossed the first dam wall, you go through this bit of a squeeze style next to this gate, and we're just going to follow the water all the way up. Oh, it's beautiful autumnal day today. Beautiful trees. Seen a bit of oak. Sycamore beach. We're now going to drop into this ravine and then come straight back out again to go up to the dam of the second reservoir, which was the last one to be built. We'll drop down this beautiful ravine, and we're going to follow this path up to the second reservoir, the middle reservoir. Yeah, it's not much of a climb, that. This is the Second earthen dam. Reservoir was the last one to be built. This is the middle res. The top two generally would provide water, and the bottom one is a compensatory dam which puts water back into the river. Sometimes it's used for water sports, sailing and swimming and that type of thing. Again, I'm just going to follow this footpath up here. We've transitioned a little bit now into pine trees. Pine needles on the track, very nice. Really pungent smells of autumn. Beautiful. So I'm just going to scoot around this other ravine now. I'm going to head away from the water for a short time until we get to the upper reservoir dam. Okay, again we're still in the pine trees. Beautiful smell of pine. We've just got to the upper reservoir. I see the overflows overflowing. These these reservoirs are not in use in providing water any longer. But once the two upper reservoirs were built, then they started to filter it and clean it, and like we have today. Maybe not adding all the chemicals that we had today, but they're certainly a lot cleaner water than what the lower dam would have provided originally. Oh, these are great, these pieces of artwork. So we're sort of going over where that field is now. We're just going to follow the water around. I think it's a bit of a duck board. Yeah, pretty good. And just after the reservoir dam wall, there's a picnic site and a bench and a place to sit. Yeah, really nice. So far the path has been like this all the way, so there's no mud, no difficult bits. Little stream crossing. This town's got a bridge. Yeah, a bit of a boardwalk now. This is the field we could see earlier. And the wall just there. Just getting to the top of the upper lake where we cross over, start going down the other side. Again, there's a nice bridge here, no problems getting across. So we're now on the other side of the reservoirs. Again, it's a really good path. I'm back to hardwoods again. Nice. Quite a few people out, mainly dog walkers. It's yeah, very popular. Rightly so. Severn Trent Water have done a really good job in looking after it. Lots of good maintenance been going on, we can see. I'm just noticing that there's lots of bluebell plants here. So obviously in spring that would be a really nice sight. There's quite a lot of it. Back into the oak and the birch. There's some holly trees with berries on. So we're now just heading down. We're still on the upper lake, that's somehow a right now. So heading down, looks like we've got another crossing to do. A bit of a ravine to cross over. Just look at the brightness on these leaves. Occasionally as you're wandering around, you've got these boards. This one's a frog. And it says no cycling, dogs must be on a lead, no campfires, no camping, the usual. Autumnal colours, beautiful. So another bit of a bridge, just in this ravine. A big bridge there, I think it's a different footpath. Having a bit of jeopardy, walking backwards. For nearly 500 years, Linacre woodlands were part of a busy industrial landscape. The woods conceal archaeological evidence of quarrying, lead smelting, iron production and milling. Impressions called Q holes are evidence of the many kilns which produced charcoal, or white coal as it was also known. Seen a few of those little impressions. This looks like a nice place to come for a picnic, right down by the water's edge. There's places to sit. Of course, if it's a sunny day, you'll get the sun because that's south facing. Beautiful. So we're back at the upper reservoir dam wall. You can see the earthen dam, which there'd be a 12-inch thick piece of clay, the full width of the dam, and that will be the waterproofing of the dam, and then all the earth is holding everything back. So here is where we start to go back down the narrow footpath in the centre of the screen now. It takes you back down to the reservoir, the middle reservoir water. But the main path goes down this here, and just so ready to walking down it. A bit covered in leaves, so it's a bit indistinct, but it is the main track we're going to be following. Just look at this. The British countryside in its finest glories. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this new format of videoing the walks that I've published for the last 9 years. Yeah, it's really nice. So, nice easy walk today, about 4.5 kilometres. No worries. I've been injured for the last few weeks, so this is a nice stretch of the legs. Yeah, couldn't have picked anywhere better. So yeah, hopefully I'll keep up with these videos of the Tito walks that I do. Close to 350,000 households. That's a lot of people reading my nonsense. And for those who can't get out or want to have a preview of the walk before they go, this will probably be helpful. As you can see, this place is to sit and have a bit of lunch or what have you. We're going to see if there's a local hostelry or there's a garden centre that'll do food for a bit of lunch. Make it a bit of an outing for us for the day. Okay, I'll carry on and see what we can see. Colours are spectacular. You can't imagine this was an industrial site. Lead mines, coal, charcoal burning. Yeah. Linacre is a family name. That family was been here for about 500 years, and originally this area was established by the Anglo-Saxons who stayed here. Anglo-Saxons were industrious farmers who looked after this land, coppiced it, and utilised it for the best of their abilities. And obviously, as the Industrial Revolution came along, needed lots of water, lots of iron, coal, charcoal, limestone. All of that is found near here. Chesterfield's an industrial town, as well as being a nice place to visit. Okay, can't see much of the industrial past here, other than the water, obviously. This is the main path, but if you did follow the narrow path that dropped down to the water's edge, this is where you would come out. There's a bit of a bench there where you can sit and a bit of lunch overlooking the water, but you'd come out of that gate and pick up this main track, which they would probably have used for maintenance and inspection of the dams. I'm just getting back to the middle dam, which, if you remember, was the last dam to be built. And we're going to go back to the car park. We just got to the middle dam. What we're going to do now is just direct it sub-editor. We're not going that way. Going slightly uphill, so we don't cross the dam, we don't drop down to the lower res, We go up the main track, which brings us back onto the tarmac and the lower car park, and then follow the tarmac back up to the upper car park. So we're nearly back at the tarmac now. Just go through this gate and then turn left onto the tarmac and back to your car. So in conclusion then, was this 4.5 kilometre walk worth doing? Absolutely. Really nice winter walk, or just a stroll with the dog or with the family, the grandkids. Yeah, really nice. Took us about an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half. The pay and displays £2 for 2 hours, or £3.50 all day if your intention is to, stop and have a picnic and what have you. Toilets are really good. Maintenance is good. The underfoot is good. There's no mud. It's excellent.